So today we are going to discuss about what is library automation in this particular class. Okay. So what is automation and what is the need for automation? So you know that traditionally libraries were doing their routine operations manually, right, without any computer help. Let it be what are the routine operations such as circulation, which is issuing, returning, and renewing books, and classification, cataloging, everything they have done manually, right? So automation, what is the meaning of automation? Automation is nothing but automating the work with the help of a computer or other machine, any machine. Okay, you are automating the work which is done manually with the help of a computer. So when you combine these two terms, automation and library, what it actually means is you are automating the routine works which is carried out in the library with the help of a machine. Here machine in the sense is computer, simple as that. Okay, you are going to perform the work of the library with the help of a computer. In simple terms, that is the definition of library automation. Okay, let us see what is automation and what is the need for automation and what are the areas and scope of automation. So when you define library automation, library service, as I said earlier, requires a series of work like acquiring in the sense it includes purchasing, acquiring, preparing, organizing documents of different types in many formats. So acquiring is you will collect the list of books to be purchased, and you will send the, what do you say, you will send your requirements to the vendor, book vendor. You will collect the list from the, if you are working as a librarian in an academic institution, you will collect the list of books from the list of books required from the different HODs, and you will compile the list and you will send that list to the book vendors, various book vendors, and whichever vendor who gives the least quotation, you will place the order to it. That is acquiring, right? And after purchasing, you need to organize documents based on classification, cataloging, and everything. So these activities related to acquisition of documents, technical processing of documents, that is cataloging and classification. So cataloging and classification falls under technical section. Okay. Circulation, maintenance of processed documents are known as housekeeping operations. Housekeeping operations is nothing but whatever activities you carry within the library, that is called as housekeeping. Okay. Whatever activities you carry out within. Now we know what are the activities you are carrying out, right? Acquisition, cataloging, classification, reference service, and whatever activities. These activities are called as housekeeping operations. Okay. So again, as I mentioned earlier, in traditional library system, which is managed manually without the help of any machines or computer, housekeeping operations are time consuming. That is very true. See, when you are putting a DDC number, DY decimal classification number to a book, you need to refer three volume schedules, volumes, and index, right? So for one title, it will take more than 1 to 2 hours. It is not possible if you have purchased more than 10,000 books. When will you finish classification, right? It is definitely time consuming. You need labor, right? You need labor and intense activity. Not only labor, you need skilled labor who is efficient in manually classifying DDC, right? Without that knowledge, you will not be able to classify, and you librarian alone can't do all the work, right? So it is a routine clerical chores performed slowly and expensively by library staff. Library staff. Those days it was like that only. They manually classify everything and they manually prepare cataloging cards. Okay, for different entries. Little bit for the same, for a single title they will prepare different entries, main entry and added entries, right? So you see how long it takes for a particular, for a single book. So overcome these barriers and the time consuming, labor consuming, and financial barriers, time, labor, and financial barriers, it initiated the need for housekeeping operations in the library to be automated. When the process is done by a machine, it saves you a lot of time so that you can focus on the users and the services part, right? What is that? This is the that is this these factors initiate the need for automation. Okay, it obtained increased operational efficiencies. Once you automated, what will happen is it will improve the quality, speed, and effectiveness of a service. Most probably, while you are classifying manually, there are chances that you might get it wrong. The numbers might be wrong, but automatic classification using OCLC or something like that will not what will not be wrong because it is a machine, right? It is done by program. When you enter the software, when the books is uploaded in the automation software, you can search it. You can search it with an instant click. See the speed and effectiveness of the retrieval, right? Improve access to remote users and other stakeholders, right? That is what WebOPAC is all about. I can see what are the books available in my library with a single click, right? That is what automation does. And it improves the management of their physical and financial resources, facilitate wider access. That is true, wider access, because in traditional library, to access the resources you have to come to the library and physically present. Now it is not the case, right? We are learning from wherever we are. Now we can access our library with the help of internet and other library automated tools, right? So facilitate wider dissemination. You can share, as a librarian, you can share wider new information through this technology, enabling participating libraries to resource sharing activities, enable rapid communication with other libraries, increase operational efficiencies of the library staff. So now you might have understood why our library should be automated. You understood what is the difficulties while performing the library activities manually, and what are the benefits when the library is automated. So these are things we discussed so far. So now we will move towards the automation, how to automate library activity, library housekeeping activities, right? Libraries all over the world from 1970s, you take it, are attempting to automate some of the activities for minimizing human clerical routines and thereby optimizing productivity and creativity of library staff. We can't say that all the libraries are fully automated. Some libraries automate only certain part. They will automate only the circulation part. They will automate depending upon the budgets and financial resources and other constraint of other resources. They will automate only the part. We can't say all the libraries, whichever library which is having a computer is not automated. We have to ensure that what are the sections they have automated. According to the requirement, they will automate those sections. It is also difficult to automate all the operations of the library. That is not possible. And there will be certain, what do you say, manual work also. So the libraries are of hybrid nature. Instead of, we can say, virtual or digital, libraries are hybrid. It encompasses both the traditional activities as well as automated digital activities, right? Depending upon their needs. So these are the three ways how automated process can adopt. So what are the ways? A piecemeal approach. That is nothing but converting individual operations one at a time. Yeah. Converting into, we cannot convert, as I said earlier, it is difficult to migrate. Migrate means moving from traditional to automated library for all the sections. You cannot do all the sections at a whole. So a piecemeal approach is you are taking it piece by piece, a section by a section. For example, installation of cataloging module alone to offer OPAC. So the first thing is, when a user comes to the library, you want to know what are the books available in this particular subject. So for that purpose, the first module you are automating is cataloging module to issue OPAC. So single by single, after successfully installing cataloging module and checking its usage, again then you are moving to the next section of the library to automate it. The process can work towards the integrated system progressively using a planned installation approach. See, the system should be integrated. All the sections of the library should be interconnected so that the user can fetch the document at a single server, right? I will show you what is integrated library management is. For example, installation of member management module and circulation module after the cataloging module. That will be better actually. So this is how the order should be like this. So first you should install the member management module, right? So first, you should before entering anything, you should install the member. You should know who are the users of your library, right? Then only you can know. Then only you can install the circulation module. In case if you first install the circulation module without entering the name of the users, what is the benefit of it, right? So the integration should be done in a proper way. First you make a note and entry of the users who are all available. Then only the circulation module will work effectively. Without listing the name of the users, you install circulation module, what will happen? Who are the users? How will you type the name, right? Because the member module is not installed. See the order. and circulation, and then you go up to the cataloging module. So the order should be integrated in such a way that the services, the process is the process is planned to provide effective services, right? It can go directly to a fully integrated system to cover operations of all systems in the library. See, these are the three approach. One is, in simple words I will tell it. First one is piece by piece, step by step installation, one module after that another module. Or else second one is, second type is, it's a planned installation. Planned installation is according to a plan. You are having a specific plan. So first I'm going to install member one, and then I'm going to the circulation one, and I'm integrating this. Okay, you are connecting this. That is one. And the third one is you are automating the whole process of the library. Okay, if you have that much budget, you can do it directly. Or this is how the automation will take place, right? This is the process you should keep in mind when after you are going after completing this course and joining as a library in any institution. When the head of the institution tells you to automate this library, you should keep these 3 points in mind. Depending upon the resources, which method I should use. Should I go for automation all at once, or should I go for one module single by single, or should I go for a planned installation? So you need to ensure this depending upon the facility you have in your workplace. Okay, so this is the key points, key roots. Path. Now we are coming to the path of automation. So whenever we automate something, we need some hardware and software requirements. That is true, right? So hardware, software, connectivity, along with reduced costs, pave the path for integrated automated library systems. So that is the path for automation. So that is a prerequisite actually. Without computer and without hardware, you cannot automate anything, right? So you need a machine. As I said earlier, automation is doing the routine works with the help of a machine. In our case here, it's a computer, something like computer, server, or whatever, or library automation software. The base is computer. The hardware will be computer, right? The software will be library automation. Whatever software you install for library automation, that will be software. And there are prerequisites. If you keep an outdated computer, it will not install the new features of library automation software will not be installed properly. So you need to ensure the hardware configurations and other aspects to implement library automation. So these are the parts of library automation. So and generally the ILS is nothing but integrated. Integrated is every module is connected with each other, and there is a common server for each module. I will show you that. Integrated library systems of present generation are based on web architecture. That is true actually. So there should be a proper web architecture for interlinking the modules. So what are the areas? As I said earlier, what are the areas of automation? Areas or scope or whatever it is, let it be. So these are the areas in which library can be automated. Acquisition system. It automates the acquisition process, ordering, receiving, claiming materials from suppliers. In most of the library softwares, there is in the acquisition module, you will have invoice, supply date, delivery date, budget, finance used, and this based on the software itself, you can generate everything. So cataloging system, it's once you, based on the mark fields, once you enter the data, automatically it stores. Automatically it will source. When the user comes and search, it will be linked to OPAC, right? When the user comes and search based on title or author or ISBN or whatever the bibliographical detail it may be, it will be visible. So cataloging, it will create an automated cataloging module. So automated storage, and you can always go and search for it. And most of the softwares, if you are having the data in Excel sheet, you can import it directly to the software, right? And the circulation system, it handles the circulation activities, lending, return, and renewal. So manually, while doing circulation, the problem is, for example, let's say students are having 14 days and faculty is having 1 month the lending period. So I cannot, as a librarian who is doing this work manually, I cannot remember the renewal date of everyone, right? The circulation module, automated circulation module will help you to do that. When it is connected with the SMS or email or something of the user, it automatically sends message tomorrow you have to return the book. The lending time is getting over tomorrow, so please return the book on or before time, before this date. So you'll get automated message. See how it helps and simplifies the work, because when there is lots of students, you can't able to remember, the librarian can't able to remember, then again they have to search the manual record, and it is not easy to do that also, because there will be lots of records, lots of details. So that to minimize these activities, this automation process will help. Automatically it will send message. If you are not returning the book on time, automatically fine will be added. Okay. Serial publication. Serial publication, as we know, is it deals with journals, magazines, newsletters, and all. You can place orders for serials, and you can renew magazines. Books you purchase it at a single time, but serials or journals are not like that. You need to renew it, right? You need to renew it. Yearly journal means you have to pay it yearly. You have to pay them yearly. So it reminds you with the renewal dates, reminds you with the issues, everything. Interlibrary loan via OPAC. Interlibrary loan, as I told earlier, provides staff with an information system for loan transaction. This includes automatic monitoring of loan accounts, make claims, putting holds on materials being borrowed. Interlibrary loan is nothing but when my library is not having a particular resource which is requested by the user, I can ask for other libraries or other member participating libraries. When we are having a connectivity between other libraries, I can request whether your library is having this book, because my user, if they are having, they will loan it to us for a certain period. So then we have to, for the certain period, we have to return the book to the parent library. So this interlibrary loan module will help to handle those issues. When the student takes the book, they have to return it proper on time to the library, so that you will have to return to that parent library. So this module helps to keep track. It's similar to circulation. It will be helpful for OPAC also. In OPAC also you can search it. In OPAC also you can search what are the books available in your library, what are the books available in other participating library. When you go to Delnet website, Delnet Developing Library Network website, you can see the resources of participating libraries. So which library has which book. They are providing effective ILL, interlibrary loan services. So in a single OPAC you can search for the libraries of books of resources of your particular library, as well as other libraries as well which are participating in it. Okay. So we are moving towards an integrated, as I said earlier, it is interlinked, it is connected. All the modules are not separate, it is connected with each other. So ILS are based on relational RDBMS, we call it as Relational Database Management System, Relational Database Architecture. In such systems, files are interlinked, so that deletion, addition in any other file will automatically activate the changes in related files. You see, it is interlinked. That is a key word here. So when I add a resource in, when I make an entry in the cataloging module, it will automatically exhibit in the OPAC, it will automatically exhibit in the circulation module, this book is available. So this is interlinked. It's not only in the cataloging module, but it will be available in the OPAC, and as well as what you say, it will be available in the circulation module also. This book, when a user search for this particular book, it shows that it is available. See, this is the interlinking. When you delete a data, it will be all the modules which have the data will be deleted. Similar like that. It means integrated library management, sharing a common database. There should be one database for all the modules. One database. That is called, usually we call it a server. One server connecting, interlinking everything. Okay. So this is how an integrated library management architecture looks like. Okay. See, the central file and the server database, that stores all the data, and it interlinks with all the modules like acquisition, circulation, interlibrary loan, reports, system generation, everything. So when I delete, if you see, when I delete a book, let's say a book is lost and book is weeded out. Weeded out means I am scrapping it out. Okay. The book become old and I am scrapping it out. I need to delete that book from my database. So I am deleting it from the cataloging module. And now I am generating the report. What will happen? Well, if I am having 1000 books, I have deleted one book, means I will have 999 books. So when I deleted in cataloging module, but I got the report. When I print the report, I can see the result. See, this is called as interlinking. Integrated means it is interlinked. All the modules are interlinked to a common database. Remember that. This is a difference. It is similar to LAN, local area network. The ILS has three primary objectives. So I will refer to ILS hereafter. I will not tell the expansion. ILS is Integrated Library Systems. ILS has three primary objectives. Efficient housekeeping operations, that is true. And sophisticated information retrieval. What do you mean by sophisticated? Comfort zone. Sitting at you are comfortably you can access it without any strain. So when you search for a book, you can search with different filters. Title, author, ISBN, sophisticated, right? Instead of searching in a Google as a single keyword, you can search based on different filters, right? That is sophistication. It provides you with comfort. On the fly integration of library materials with open data sets, right? That is possible. In Koha, what happens is you can do integration of if the book is available, if the book you purchased is available in other library or in open data sets like Library of Congress, British Library, the same book is available means you can copy the record from that library. You can integrate that record from that library. When I install Koha, I will show you how to do it. That is the feature, on the fly integration of library material with open data sets. They have given Library of Congress, British Library and certain libraries given their cataloging as open data sets. You can integrate it. You can just go there and you can, using the Koha, you can search for that book and you just click import. Automatically the record of that library will come into your library. Instead of entering, you can do that. It will save time, right? So ILS and Web 2.0. You know what is Web 2.0, right? Web 1.0 is one-way communication. I think I have told you this earlier. One-way communications. One-way communication where only the producers of information, like researchers, scientists, and whoever produce new information will share them in the web. You cannot communicate. Whereas Web 2.0 allows the interaction. Okay, it allows the interaction. That is in a sense that users not only can utilize information, they can participate and communicate with the information. Like for a simple example, you can say Wikipedia, Facebook, blogs and everything. Okay, in a Facebook, you are not only using the content, you are communicating, you are sharing the content, right? You are communicating, you can share content as well. That is Web 2.0. Okay, ILS and Web 2.0 are now capable of integrated seamlessly with linked open data and social networking tools through semantic web technology and information mashup. So semantic web technology, I will take it later on. So it links with data which is available as I said, open data sets of Library of Congress or whichever data sets. It's linked with social media tools. You can link this ILS with everything. So that is a feature of this ILS. So this is an example of a catalog, right? How it looks like. This is an example of a feature catalog. For example, this ILS, how it looks like is when you are having a book, called library cataloging means it will show the when the user search for the book, when a user search for the books called library automation. Let us say he is searching for a book, library automation. It shows what is the book available in the library. Not only that, it will also show similar books that are available in Amazon or something like that. It will guide him. It will recommend him that books are not available in the library, but it integrates and shows these data. That is the integration of ILS and Web 2.0 and semantic engines, right? So it shows not only the books available in the library, but also the books which are available, but also the related books which are available in other e-commerce platforms like Google Books, Amazon or Flipkart and whatever you are integrated with. So that is the feature of this ILS and Web 2.0. See, it shows related to Amazon and Google Books and everything. What is the rationale? There are many reasons for this ongoing changes, but the most visible one is the impact of ICT on society. That is true. Everywhere there is technology, right? Everywhere technology. So that is why the librarians also have to migrate to technology. Even for purchasing, in sitting at home we are purchasing. Even booking cab, sitting at home we are booking cab. We are using Uber, Ola and whatever. What are the other features, right? So similarly, library, everyone is tech savvy. Everyone is doing their work with the help of technology. Similarly, libraries needs to get continued support and financial support to migrate to traditional. So nowadays, it is very rare to see people coming to the library and reading physical books. So everyone wants up-to-date information at their fingertip. So technology is the only way. So these are the three fundamental reasons, okay, for migrating: mechanization, innovation, and transformation. Doing what we are doing through more efficiently. That is true, right? Before the technology, before the computer also, libraries are carrying out a circulation, cataloging, classification manually. But now we are doing it more efficiently with the help of a machine. That is mechanization. Innovation, experimenting with new capabilities. When we are trying, what will happen if we implement this new technology? How to integrate, how do you say, how to integrate open resources with library, like that. When you're innovating with new capabilities, fundamentally altering the nature of library operation and services. So slowly you are moving from traditional manual work to completely computerized library operations and services. That part is called transformation, transforming from traditional work to uh, computerized automated work. So these are the advantages, right? As I mentioned earlier, these are the advantages: increased operational efficiencies, or it relieves professional staff, right? So I have mentioned this a lot in the previous slides also. So it saves time, mainly it saves times and other resources. And betterment, when everything is done mechanically, you can focus on the user part. You can provide efficient services to the user. If you are doing all these tasks manually, you will have no time for the users, right? So these things, routine operations, can be done with the help of automation, so that you can render actual service to the users. Okay, it makes library free from two fundamental barriers: information access, time and space. That is true. Time and space. Information, two, that is the two important barriers: information access, time and space. That means people earlier come to the library, need to come to the library to access the information. Now it is not like that. With in any space in their home also, they can access the information. That barrier is removed. And time, within a single click, they will see, right? They within a single click, they will find out what are the resources available in the library. And they also support decision making tool for library managers and policy makers. That is very much true. Within a single click, within data, you can say how many books has been used by the users, in how many books has been used by the users, which kind of users are using which kind of from which department students are coming to the library often. So these are data, right? It will help in decision making. It comes to basic and applied research again. It is interrelated. Automated library system take the benefits of resources and services of library network. Obviously, when the libraries networked with each other. So my Central University of Punjab, so all the Central University library, let us say all the libraries of Central University are linked with each other, means you can see the resources of all the libraries with a single click. Okay, so this is the achievements and advantages of what you call library automation. So this is the reference, this is the sources from which I have prepared the PPT. You can go through this, and this is all about introducing basics of library automation.